This video is sponsored by Student Cover. I'll talk about them in just a minute. What's up everyone? Welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to talk about something which nobody talks about and something which is very important. Health insurance. First of all, I want to say congratulations for all the fall 2022 students who are planning to come into United States this year. Congratulations for getting the admits, getting the visa. You're almost there. Your new chapter is going to begin, and all the best for all the spring 2023 and fall 2023 students. I do want to mention that this video is applicable to everybody, even though I might have titled it just for fall 2022 or spring 2023. This is applicable for entire student community who's planning to come to United States, because this is very important and I'm going to talk about this. I promise you, if you give me just 10 minutes of your life to watch this video and give me your attention, you will learn something new in this video and be inspired to take next steps. Before I get into health insurance, let me kind of share just a little bit about different stories which has happened to actual students who have shared, who are our followers, who are our community members, who have shared with me. I've shared it on my Instagram, on my reels. You've seen this many times, but I want to talk about this on a bigger scale. What happens? So student comes here, they go on their own adventure, they're studying in university, they rent a car, they meet with a car accident. Now because of the car accident, they have to go to hospital, they broke their shoulder, ribs, etc. Surgery happens, x-rays happens. Now they are end up with $50,000 hospital bill. It's not fun. Yes, this has happened many times, and many times students have sent me this because they are raise fund me page and they want me to share it on social media. It's awesome, but I am sad that this happens and you guys are not covered with good health insurance. Now let's go a little more darker phase. I've also seen that students who have unfortunately met with some accident, something has happened terribly and they have lost their life, and because they have lost their life in United States, it's very expensive to send the body across the ocean and the remains of the body and do all the process, etc. And because again, not having good insurance is gonna cause the problem and very expensive for your family back in India or wherever your family members are to receive the body remains and all of that. Now I know it's a little dark and I don't want to go there, and I hope and I pray that nothing happens to anybody who's planning to come and doesn't happen to anybody. Let's go a little bit more lighter. Like let's say maybe you were in a party and you drank way too much and you had an overdose of drinks and you passed out, and because your friends were scared, they called an ambulance, and because of that ambulance they took you to the hospital, and now all of a sudden you have $5,000 to $8,000 bill. And this story is true. It has actually happened with one of my friends in my batch, 2014. We were all partying. I mean, I wasn't there in the party because I don't party, but they were all partying. And one of the guy overdrank and they were scared because he was throwing up and he was passed out. He was not responsive. They called an ambulance and ambulance came. Just to call ambulance, it cost $2,500. That time, 2014. Now, after 8 years, 10 years, it's probably 3,000, 5,000, I don't know. But it was that expensive. Now, doctor operated on him, got all the alcohol out, etc. It was $8,000 bill in his mailbox because of all that process. Now, he had insurance, but the insurance was so shitty that it only covered $200 of that entire $8,000. So now he ends up owing $7,800 to the hospital, along with all the $70,000 loan which he took for his education. So that is the reality, and that is why I want to talk about something which we don't focus on. This entire student community, even I did not focus on. We focus so much on figuring out which universities to take, which courses to take, which professors. We reach out to alumni, we figure out the documents, visa process. Even though we go step beyond, we get the apartments done, we talk to alumni for on-campus jobs, we even book the best flights we can ever book it, etc. We do all of this. We all start figuring out all our packing, etc. one thing we forget is health insurance. And if we do get the health insurance, then it's not the good one. And that's why I want to talk about health insurance. Okay, so what is health insurance? Obviously, if you have a health insurance, that means that insurance company is going to pay for the expenses which are occurred to you during your health process. If you visit a doctor, hospital, etc., preventive, diagnostic, whatever it is, they will cover some portion of that bill, depending on the plan you choose for health insurance. That's the basic definition of health insurance. They are ensuring they take care of your health bills. Now you are like, okay, that's good. Thank you, Yuri, for telling us. Now, what insurance plans do we get and where do we get it from? There are 3 steps to this health insurance. Step 1 is getting an health insurance, finding a good health insurance, and this is where student cover comes in. First is go to the link in the description, first link in the description. This is where you will see the different plans. There are 4 plans. Depending on which one and how much premium you want to pay, monthly basis, etc. I would recommend not to go super cheap, because I know you probably are thinking like, why do I need it? I'm super healthy, all of that. If you're not going like super high level, at least go to the medium level. That's what my recommendation would be. But that's how you get the insurance plans. There's a lot of details in that plan. They will tell you all the fun stuff about it. You are like, okay, how do I know that this insurance plan are going to be covered by my university? Will they accept this insurance plans? That's a good question. And that's the number one thing, that each university, I think, will require you to have an health insurance plan. And without that, they will, not let you in, I think. So you have to have insurance plans. If you don't have it, then you have to take your university's health insurance plans, which is very, very, very expensive. So this is where student cover also comes in and helps you with getting a better and a most affordable insurance plans, which is best for you. Okay, now you are like, okay, how do I know if this insurance plan is going to be helpful for me, and also whether this will be approved by my university? So what you do is you go to search plans. What you go is on the same page, there's a search plan option. You click on that, and when you click on that, there's a search bar. Just type your university, University of South Florida, maybe University of California, or a North Carolina State University, whichever university you want to go to or you're going to. Type your university, and once you type it, they will show which plan are approved or pre-approved by that university, and there you have it. That's how you know it is approved by university or not. Here's the scenario where, what if there is a university which is not listed in that list? This is where, again, student cover shine in. I was talking to one of the founders, and they are really, really, really helping student community, and their services is where they shine. You just have to call them and tell them like, hey, I'm going to this university, it doesn't come in your search bar. What do I do? They will do all the hard work for you based on your health situation, talking to you and your university. They will figure out a health insurance which will work for you and will be approved by your university and get it to you. It's amazing. So make sure to reach out to them. When I was editing the video, I just noticed that I missed one point, that most universities do accept the external insurance plans, but there might be certain universities who have a hardcore requirement that they only accept their university's insurance plan. So you might have to buy that. Also, that you might try to apply for waiver, and that waiver still does not meet the requirement of the external plan, so you might end up buying the college or university's plan. So most universities do accept it, but there might be certain which do not. Just keep that in mind. So that's step number 1, getting an health insurance. Very, very important. You have to have it, so that way you are covered if something happens. Now, number 2 is to learn more about health insurance and healthcare industry in United States. It's number 1 industry, I would say, in United States or anywhere actually in the world. But why it is important? There are so many terms when you get an health insurance. You will learn there's like something called in-network and out-of-network. So sorry for the interruption. I want to quickly do the disclaimer that this is purely based on example numbers I'm giving you, which you will see right now. The exact number on the insurance coverage based on your medical bills, based on the treatment you receive, based on that will be determined once you have the insurance and what treatment you get and the doctors you have. The following example is just an example for you to understand how the insurance work. So just a disclaimer. Let me quickly explain what does that mean. Let's say you bought an health insurance plan. Now that insurance has a network of doctors which are affiliated with them, which means they are in network. Like when you go to that doctor will take that insurance, no problem. But let's say you didn't do all this research and you went to a doctor where the insurance is not accepted. They will still operate on you, they will still take you in, but you have to pay additional cost because you went out of your network from your insurance plan. So that doctor was not covered in your insurance plan, then that's called out of network. So there's a concept like in network, out network. There's another thing called deductible, co-insurance, copay. These are the three most important terms you need to understand in health insurance. This is not only for students, but this is also for full-time people. When they actually get this health insurance, this is where they have to understand which one to get or what does this even mean, right? So different plans will have different things. Deductible. What does deductible mean? It's really like a benchmark when your health insurance will start to kick in. For example, let's say you picked a plan, health insurance plans, and that plan has a deductible of $100. And that's usually for a year, right? That's your deductible for that year. You came in January, February, you went to a doctor. The bill costed $200. Now, because the bill costed $200 and you haven't paid anything, you haven't met your deductible, and since your deductible is $100, so first $100 will go from your pocket. Now, after $100, you have met the deductible for that entire year. So now whatever the amount is, that is when your insurance will come into the picture. Now, based on your plan, if you have a co-insurance plan where the co-insurance is saying that 90% of the expenses will be covered by health insurance and 10% will be covered by you. So from that remaining $100, $90 will be health insurance, $10 you still have to pay. It's not that full money will be covered by insurance, but majority of it will be covered by your insurance. Same thing now, if you went back again to doctor, because you've already met the deductible, you don't have to worry about it at all. You just get the bill, and then again, same concept, 90% will be to health insurance, 10% your fees. These are the different terms. Copay is another term. Now, these are the things you need to understand before you go to United States. There's several ways for you to learn. One is to watch my videos, but second is to do online research, figure out how health insurance works, how healthcare works, etc. But if you go and choose a plan from Student Cover, and if you buy an insurance with them, they do a webinar for students and they take care of every single thing in detail. They will explain it to you, which is awesome. They organize several webinars and it's free, and also they will be there for you if something happens to you. You can just give them a call and they will explain like, okay, here's what your plan covers and here's what you can do, which is awesome. All right, now comes the step 3. Step 1 was to get an health insurance, find an health insurance. You got the health insurance. Now you understood what your health insurance covers and how it works, etc. Now you are in United States, and this is where step 3 comes, which is the claim process. How does the claim process work? Like, what do you have to do? Like, what does having an health insurance, how does it work when you go to an hospital? Good question. Here's how it works. You go to a doctor's facility or a hospital or wherever. When you get an health insurance, you will get an ID card. It's very simple, almost like a credit card, but with your identity in it, your name on it, and it will have a policy number, etc. You get that insurance and you give it to the hospital before you visit the doctor, before you even see the doctor. The first thing, they will not even let you in if you don't have a health insurance. Luckily, most university will have health facilities, so you are good. But some cases where the university facility will not be able to operate on you, where you have to go to actual hospital or on bigger clinics, that's where you need an health insurance plan or something, unless you are paying everything out of your pocket. So let's say you give it to then like, yep, here's my health insurance plan, here's my ID. What will happen is once the process is done, you visit the doctor, they took x-ray, whatever, blood test, etc. They finish doing what they need to do. You go back home. The doctors, the hospitals will take care of your insurance. What they do is, okay, let's say if the bill was $1,000, out of $1,000, once based on your insurance, they will send the bill to that insurance saying like, hey, this is the patient, here's his information, here's his policy number, here's the $1,000 bill. What insurance does is like, they will match like, yep, you have the insurance policy with us, that's good. here's what your deduction is, $100 you've already met, and you have co-insurance of 80%, so we have to pay 80%. So now $800 they will pay, and they will tell back the hospital like $200, which is 20% is remaining, will have to be paid by the patient because we covered what the patient has bought as an health insurance plan. That's the claim process. Really simple. You don't have to worry about it until something bad happens. So I'm really hoping that this doesn't happen, but if this happens, and it has happened in the past, where what happens is, like, let's say you went for annual checkup or you went for whatever prevention, diagnostics, things like that. Each time you go to a hospital or visit a doctor, they will have, for each treatment, for each diagnostic, they have a code, a diagnostic code. That code is how they know the billing of how much it costs, and that's how they bill it to insurance. And now insurance company will match that which diagnostic code applies to and whether they cover this or not. And then sometimes they will auto reject it, saying like, hey, we don't cover this, this doesn't come under our one of the diagnostics code, etc. And they will say like, nope, this is not applicable. You are like, oh, I'm really confident. I know when I bought it, I did all my research. Yudi told me to go to these webinars and I did it, and I know it covers. This is wrong. Like, I need to file a claim. I mean, you need to appeal this. So basically, in this case, what happens is you call your insurance, you talk to them and you try to convince them, or you call to your hospital. Somehow this, you have to figure it out and make sure that they both understand, and it will get resolved. It's a hassle. Or if you buy a student cover insurance, if you buy it from them, then they will take care everything from you. You just have to call them and tell them like, hey, here's what happened. My claim was rejected. Can you help me? And then they take it over. Their team will go above and beyond. That's what I've heard. And there are lots and lots of reviews. If you see it on the website and Google, etc., they will go above and beyond to get you your claim released and approved. So that way you don't have to worry about it. There you have it. Those are the 3 steps for health insurance. I hope that you learned something from this video and why the health insurance is really important for you to have it in when you come to United States. Here's one big mistake I've seen people do is they get really cheap plan from internet without knowing how this impacts, and then they end up have to pay a lot of money. Please don't buy cheap plans. I know there are plans available for $100, $200, maybe $500, but really understand what you're actually getting. And also don't worry about the premiums. I mean, I know monthly it might be like $200 premium if you get a really good health plan. It's okay. You are going to make that $200 in 2 hours when you get full-time job. So health should be your focus when you are in United States, and especially when you are in hospital and taking care of your health. You need to worry about your health and not the money. So let your insurance take care of that. So get an good insurance. That's what I want you to understand. Now, whatever I talked, it's all about the health insurance, the physical body, primary health insurance. It doesn't cover your dental and vision. So for that, you have to buy a separate health insurance. If you are someone who has dental issues or tooth issues, my first recommendation is to make sure to see your dentist and get all things checked up, cleaned up, fillings, cavity, etc. before you come to United States, because it's very expensive. Trust me, I had a friend, my roommate, who had a really bad tooth pain. We had to take him to the dentist and he had to get a emergency root canal because it was so bad he couldn't even bear the pain, and that costed him almost $8,000, $8,000 to $9,000. I don't remember, but the whole process, like getting the new tooth, etc., root canal treatment, it was very expensive. So dentists are really expensive. So if you have someone who has tooth issues, make sure to get dental insurance or dental plans. Like there are some dental discount plans through student cover. Look at them. Even if it is 60% or 70% discount, that is going to save a lot of money if you have dental issues. Same for vision. Same thing. Make sure get everything you need. Even like if you have lenses or spectacles, make sure to get some more so that you don't have to get it over here, because it's going to be expensive over here. So there you have it. That's it for this video. Sorry it took longer than 10 minutes, but I really wanted you to understand that health insurance is most important and very important part of your student journey. I know, and I've been reached out to student community for the post I've made on Instagram and things like that. So again, please consider getting a good health insurance. That's all I want to do. And if you are not sure where to get it from, Student Cover is the place I would recommend it. I would not recommend or partner with any brand if I don't trust them. If you are giving me your trust, I want to make sure I promote only things which I trust. So I trust them. Go check it out. Trust me, you're gonna be not regretting that decision. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. Also, by the way, I'm Chicago filming the video. I'm hustling. You gotta hustle every single day.